Houston Texans.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Starting on the ground with Herbert.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They'll go again with Herbert.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He may go.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
69 yards.
And the Bears go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Singletary to get the drive started. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Stroud taking a shot for Dell here. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off, and the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
2nd down and 8. And Stroud now to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Off play action, Fields.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Stroud sets up the play action.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A give up the middle to Singletary. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Stroud now on 1st and 10. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Stroud here on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Pierce.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Fields going to change things up here. On 2nd and 10, Fields. Now pass complete to Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Again, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Stroud.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, it's Stroud.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They run here with Singletary. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The second down throw now from Stroud.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And oh, it's wide right. No good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small man?
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of it.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Go, Reed, go.
On the give, this is Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Play action. Stroud now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would
taking it right down Broadway.
Now inside the 25, DJ Moore,
touchdown, Chicago.
DJ Moore, 70 yards. And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now 2nd and 3.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Stroud off the play fake.
Sliding out of the pocket. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
4th down. Stroud going to try to throw for it.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Herbert once more.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
96 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's to Moore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
A great play there. Laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taylor now returning it. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Fields. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 52 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're
down the numbers. There he goes.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's got this all the
Why would I hold him out for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'm
15. Watson off play action. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 65 yards. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back to throw, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, the Browns are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Chubb. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Chubb again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around.
Third and long, it's Watson.
That is caught.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Elijah Moore.
36 yards.
And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Look at the big man rumble.
And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Swift. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
19 tight.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 38. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Go, 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 go. Tiger Hornet.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Here's Watson. Option left. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now a first down throw, Watson.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They go play action with Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this Browns defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick, his second sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, A.J. Brown. 35 yards. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Watson's throw complete there to Moore.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain, so he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Albert O.
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 3rd and 6. Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. And now Watson throws another interception. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there. All that beef has coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Watson going to change the look here.
To throw on second is Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's more. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Fourth down, Walker.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Watson off play action. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Faking the give. Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. But this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew, and maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away, but down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping.
And my goodness, another interception.
Ronnie Hickman with a pick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Back to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's 2nd down.
Moore, the man in motion. Throwing on 2nd and long. Walker.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he works it to the 30-yard line. As we get you reset.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
He's back to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw.
Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
Down the right sideline.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Watson to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he takes this one back. Into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game?
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads.
look good, don't she? On top of that, she good for me. Made me wanna say